Hello, let's make a painting. Stop. Maybe I should have let it spin around, but I don't think I have much time left in me today. Anyway, we're gonna start with water. Flip the page. Put some water on the back. Flip it over. And someone asked me for the paintings for the roads, how they work, how to make them. And it's quite simple actually. It's extremely simple. And today I was going to the store early in the morning, so the way my house work is, it's on the back of the complex, and you kind of see a road before you go. There's like a big turn, so we're gonna do that because it's landscape anyway. So most of the time I do what I impress me during the day. Just like most of the people, you see something on the road, and not on the road, but like outside, and then you figure out how to do it. So pretty much what we're gonna do is cover everything, have a basic layout. In my case, I have two big trees. Maybe I should need to cut down a little bit one of the trees, because the roots are going all over the place, man. But we're gonna blend everything here. Let's go this way. Now I want to keep this part lighter because we're gonna frame this portion of the painting with the two trees on the side, and we're gonna blend everything. There we go. Now, because we're dealing with oh, by the way, this is probably a good time to remove some of the paint for the sky. I would love to have some fluffy clouds in the sky. Let's remove a little bit here and here. By the way, this is a perfect time to shape the trees, to give them a proper shape, by simply removing some of the paint around them. There you go. Now for the road. All right, so let's go on the road. I will try to not be so specific. I will try to explain specific, but not be so formal, if that makes sense. I'm not that good with tutorials, I believe. So here is the road. The road is part of the whole thing, and I would love to make an analogy with your life. The road in your life is part of everything. Everything is connected. You can go to the store if you don't need the product from the store, if you don't have the car or whatever vehicle you're using, or whatever reason is there. So everything is connected. So the same mentality is working here. We're gonna make this path right here kind of disappear over there, and now we're gonna show it up to the whole front ground. There we go. So when we're dealing with paths and roads and stuff like this, you want them to be connected. They're part of the whole thing. You cannot just put them over there. Now, of course, you can go and argue, because when people building roads, actually in real life, they kind of slap the road in the middle and just try to make it work. In this case, well, it's a little bit different, because you need to you need to build it up, the whole thing together. So we have the trees, and we have a basic of the road, and then we're gonna work on the trees. So it's more like the road is part of the whole thing, not something we put out there when everything is already done. Because it's that's how the painting works. So actually, I do prefer to believe that this road is more like a metaphor, part of your life than actual road. But in reality, it's actual road. So man, that's confusing. So We work on the trees. There we go. And you see me when I go around the road here, this is the time when I try to connect it. Take the palette knife again. There we go. We're gonna extend here. That's gonna give the separation between the top portion of the foreground and the lower portion of the midground. So we can have some kind of hill here. Now, this is where actually the nature touch the road itself, the path, or whatever it is here. So this is where it's actually they connected each other. So this one is still pretty wet, but we can actually apply almost dry on dry technique here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some texture. Now we're not gonna push too hard, because if I push too hard, it's already gone. It will destroy it, and we will not have this kind of flickering effect. Now, of course, it's still separation between them, but we will come back later as soon as we finish the foreground. Now, if I have to do this, that means I have to do this now, because it's a part of the same path. So what we're gonna do is show connection between it. They need to be friends. They need to be part of the same thing. Over here, we're gonna close down, and here we're gonna move it up. Now that's fine. Now here we're gonna create very snappy strokes, so we can actually make the establish the line, the border line where the road stop and nature take over. Okay. Over here, because this tree overlap the whole thing, the road, this is where it's gonna be. And on the back, we're gonna establish the boundary and establish the end of the road and where it's actually disappear by simply putting more trees. But this time, these trees are very blurry and very dark. So there you go. So we can show up some perspective, some depth in our painting. And of course, this road is going to be like this and like this. So we can show actually the turning. Over here, where is all the grass, we're going to make individual shadows from that grass. There we go. So actually we can break the monotonous of the whole road. Here we're going to do the same thing. Here I'm going to use on that side under that tree because it's overlap and it's making a turn. So actually our road is going from here and here our path. So here I'm going to use very dark color, dark green of course again, and over here I want to show up a little bit of the, but this is going to be after a second. Here we want to make the same connection with the left side, and here actually we can go inside of the road itself. There we go. Clean brush, and we can finally put some details on that trees so they can look more believable. Let's do this. And you see me, like, I try to make the path, how to make the path and all that stuff. But in reality, I'm working around it and I'm building it slowly. So basically, it's the connection between the path and whatever I have on the painting. And that's why I like to say it's more like a metaphor than an actual building up actual real road, because you try to make the how everything react on the road. So, and actually it's not only a metaphor when I think about it now, because in reality the road is whatever road you see outside. If you have a chance to go in some kind of dusty road that is nobody take care of it, you will see how the nature actually take over. In a matter of probably months, it will kind of destroy the whole thing. Very interesting how nature recovers so fast from human constructions. On the foreground, of course, we're gonna emphasize a little bit more on that plants. There we go. And finally, for the sky, I'm gonna remove some of the paint also. Earlier in the sky, we removed paint and it blended pretty well after that. Now, because the sky is a little bit more dry now, whatever we remove, it will stay more bright. And this is more than enough, you know. I was thinking not to go more than this, but then I realized I can put just a tiny bit more black in the trees, and that's gonna bring some of the characters of these trees and also make connection with the foreground too. Should I put a baby rock? Yeah, why not? You see, I have a little tiny piece over here of brown. So this is one of these rocks that just stay on the way. Probably someone pick it up from the ground and toast it right in the middle of this path here. Let's remove some of the paint. Take the palette. There we go. And there you go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.